certainly been interesting. We beat Scoopy 6-2, and we just absolutely dominated him. Faishan Tuda is really proving to be worth the money we spent on him. And frankly, in hindsight, it's probably good that we got him now instead of earlier, because if he had had these performances earlier, he would have been sold. I've resigned myself to the fact that 2, maybe 3 years is the most amount of time we're going to be able to hold on to a lot of our really good players. I don't know if I mentioned a previous episode, but Riste Grosdanowski came to me and said he wants to move to a bigger club, and I promised him he could. So the last day of the season, I will put him out there for trade. So, but he's got a 3.2 million euro release clause. He's not going anywhere until a team satisfies that. The Man United game. They won 3-0. It really could have been a lot more. They had 37 shots, 20 on target. We had 3 and 2. They had a decent possession advantage. They had more corners. They completed a ton of passes. Their average rating was that much higher than ours. Grosdanowski was on an 8-2. He's the only reason the game wasn't 6 or 7. If we look at the match stats, I got to remember where the match stats are. This is the Championship League skin from, I'm going to totally butcher it. It's A13632, I believe. It's on the SI forums. This is his personal skin. If you go to, I'll put a link down to it below. You have to send a request form and pay for it. He's not asking a lot, but he's put a lot of time and effort into this. I use this skin quite a bit for FM17 and FM18, and then didn't realize he was still doing it for 19, 20, and 21. If he had, I would have bought it and used it. I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite, if not the favorite skins I've ever used. It's definitely top 3. So, can I do match stats? Where do I go for match stats? Maybe not. But anyhow, we were on the back foot all game. Grosdanowski really kept us in it, and the fact we held him to 3 was good. We beat Belasco 1-0 thanks to a Tuda goal, and we beat Cadino 3-0. Goals by Demi, Makorski, and Abaz. And then against Skandija, we beat them 5-2. Bosnowski, a brace of goals, both on set-piece headers. Todorov had a goal, Tusha had a goal. So today, we're going to play Man United, and then we're going to skip the Cadino game, and we're going to play Renova. And then we played Ghent here, so we're going to skip Ghent there, and then probably play Salzburg. Because if you look at the group for the moment, we're currently in 3rd place with Salzburg. So, yeah, let's not try and get destroyed today. Trubin is out with an injury, so he's not in goal, but Nico Mantel's still a really good goalie. Frank Kessie, the match is good. Rashford, Sancho, Fernandez, son of Buongiorno, I don't know that name. Fairly loyal. I've been here since the beginning, and I have never taken a job interview, even when I wanted to. Almost a half hour in, it's the first highlight. Sancho off the throw-in. Kicks it all the way back to Mantel. Mantel to Tatibo. Tatibo up to Flores. Flores gets it off to Sancho. Sancho crosses the top of the box, goes back out to the right side. Consa centers it to Fernandez. Fernandez lofts into Rashford, and Rashford scores. Is he offsides? Nope. It's a goal. Stamkov knocks the ball away. Kessie. Back to Buongiorno. Tadibo. Back to Sancho. Fernandez. Nemencha. He's fouled. That was a tight. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the commentary. That was a tight call. Grosdanowski went the wrong way. 2 goals in 5 minutes. Give a little bit of encouragement to the team here. Vasevsky to Pandev. Tusha. Back to Markowski. Todorov over to Tasevsky. Up to Abaz. Abaz and Torov back and forth. Abaz centers it to Tusha. Tusha tries getting it in. Todibo intercepts it. Fernandez to Rashford. Now the counterattack. Dementia. He just literally phased through my right back. Rashford to Fernandez. Over to Sancho. Pass is intercepted. Tusha holds it up. Todorov. Bad pass. Rashford steps in front of that. We can't make passes like that. Pandev dispossesses him, but the ball ends up at Fernandez's feet. Flores and Sancho are playing a bit of back and forth. Flores on the right side of the box. Holds it up. Fernandez. And the hell was that? Fernandez takes the shot. Grosdanowski pushed it away into the bar. It bounced off in front of Rashford, and I've seen everything. Just when I think I've seen everything, I should say. Pandev. Back to Bosnowski. Demi. To Stamkov. To Pandev. Pandev to Stamkov. Up towards Demi. Demi holds it up, crosses it in. Tusha's there, but he's not going to get a head on it. Fernandez to Kessie. Kessie out to Rashford. Rashford up to Nementia. Nementia to Flores. This is not the Grosdanowski of the first match. It really isn't. I really don't want to see this again. They scored 4 goals in 10 minutes. Basevsky. Back to Stamkov. Stamkov to Bosnowski. To Pandev. Pandev to Basevsky. Back to Stamkov. Pandev. Abaz. And we get one back. Small victories. Small victories. I'll take a small victory. That's a small victory. Oh, who was that? I'm clicking on Basevsky. Let the ball go through. I think it took the defenders by surprise. He didn't touch it. Todibo over to Fernandez. Kessie. Kessie bounces it off Basevsky, but it goes right to Todibo. Konsa. Fernandez. Konsa. Todibo. Fernandez. Towards Nemecha, but he heads it the wrong direction. Markowski picks it up, gets it to Tasevsky. Tasevsky cuts inside, crosses to the right side of the field. Demi. Back to Stamkov. Stamkov to Pandev. Pandev to Bozanowski. Back to Stamkov. Pandev up to Demi. Demi cuts inside. Tries. We're not good enough to make a pass like that against a team like United. Nemecha one-on-one with Grosdanowski, and he makes a nice save. If I didn't know any better, I got George here on my glass here. Grosdanowski was auditioning for some of these bigger teams because he came from, I want to say he came from United. I'm almost positive he did. 12 shots, 6 on target for them. What's their XG? 2.58. Yep. Yeah, Grosdanowski came from Man City. Mantle. Bombs it forward. Tusha chests the ball down off the header. Feeds Basevsky. Basevsky got by the defenders. Goes wide. They're too fast. He gets it back to Pandev. Pandev takes a shot off the crossbar. And he put so much spin on it, it curled out of bounds while it was in the air. Bosnowski topped the box. Back to Abaz. Takes a shot. Mantle gets a hand on it. Probably wasn't going to go in anyways, but it was still a nice effort by Mantle. Abaz. Stamkov can't get a head on it. Basevsky feeds Demi. Demi goes wide. Tries getting it into Todorov. You know what happened there. Fernandez blocked him. The ball just went over him. Flores up to Nemecha. I am not a huge fan of that. We're going to get Murati on for Pandev. We're going to get Nevevsky on for Bosevsky. He's got the yellow card. Pandev. Long pass out to Abaz. Abaz holds it up, gets to Tusha. Tusha to Bosevsky. Nice save by Mantle. Bozanowski. Bozanowski up to Stamkov. Demi. Back to Stamkov. Murati to Demi. Stamkov. Bozanowski. Markovsky. Out to Todorov. Todorov feeds Nevesky. One up to Tusha. He got by the defenders. That may not matter much as fast as they are. Mantle with a very nice save. Their defenders are faster than my strikers. Fernandez is off McTominay. Darwin's on for Nemecha. It's essentially a 1-for-1 swap. Stamkov on the throw-in. Murati. Stamkov crosses it in, but Mantle picks it up out of the air. Tasevsky has the ball down. Abaz drops it off to Todorov. A little back and forth there. Not quite sure what was going on. Murati out to Demi. He goes right. He's well covered. Crosses it in. Tusha's there. Just wide left. We've had our opportunities. Free kick. Flatus to Rashford off the crossbar. Well, that was a drubbing. Came back in the second half. 14 shots in the second half. Didn't really do us a lot of good. They just absolutely blitzed us. Question is, what happened there? Salzburg beat Ghent. Salzburg beat Ghent. Salzburg beat Ghent. We need to beat Ghent, so we go to 5. United and Salzburg are playing next. If United wins and we beat Ghent, you're going to have 3 teams on 5. You know, I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a triple live con today. We'll play Cadino and Rabbit Nikki offline, and we'll play Ghent after we play Renova. So, back with the Renova game in just a bit. Well, it's also that time of the season where injuries have started creeping up. A lot of them have been kind of the, pulled groin, fractured this, something that, pulled calf muscle. Giannakis is out for about 2 weeks, probably. Victor Petrovsky's out 2 to 4 weeks. He fractured his wrist. Alexander Manev's out with a pulled calf muscle. The nice thing is, as usual, we were able to reschedule this due to the international break. So, we got Renova coming out. We'll play Rabbit Nikki offline, and then we're going to play Ghent. So, let's get to there real quick. This is the team. I got to double check this because we're doing this formation. See if we can't give a couple players a rest here. Stamkov's at 88. That's okay. I'm going to start Spasov in goal. So we're going to have Spasov in goal. Tasevsky, Stamkov, Bozanowski, and Jankelov as the defensive back four. Pandev and Davidovsky as the midfielders. Abaz and Sakresdi as the attacking mids. Tusha and Bosevsky up top as the strikers. (4-2-4) or 4-4-2 rather. 4-4 effing 2, I should say. I think it's like an international law that you have to say 4-4 effing 2. So Sakresdi has it down to Bosevsky. Tusha breaking through the defense, and Pansevsky, a very nice save. Castro just bombs it out of bounds. Abaz. Jankelov. And he put a hand on the ball. Okay. Jankelov. Forward. Bosevsky tries heading it to Tusha. Samani sends it back to Pansevsky. He just bombs it forward. Jankelov. Nice first touch. Pushes forward. Feeds Sakresdi. Bosevsky heads it behind him. Abaz with a volley. Wow, that was a nice goal. Holy cow. Oh, he was offsides. Seriously. Abaz. Bosnowski's there in the near post. He gets it back. His 3rd goal of the season. They've all been set-piece goals. He's still a head taller than anybody on the field. Kurdi on the throw-in. Mena, Karamanovic, and Mazzini gets the header. They equalize a couple minutes later. And Mazzini. Yeah. It was a good piece by Renova. Pandev up to a Boz. One touches it up to Tusha. He sends it back to Tasevsky. Over to Pandev. Back to Stankov. Pandev ends up with it again. Davidovsky feeds a Boz. Long pass. Sakrizny. Oh, nice shot. Pasevsky. Jankelov is there, and the keeper was pulled out because of his defense on the Sakrizny goal attempt. And we are ahead 2-1. Nice cross by Boz. Good job by Sakrizny. Pansevsky stopped it. Pasevsky got it right back to Jankelov in a wide open net for him. I think that may have been his first goal of the season. With a 2-1 lead, we go into the half. What do we got? 20 shots, 8 on target. They're 5 and 3. We are doing okay. Tasevsky on the throw-in. Pandev back to Tasevsky. Gets it to Pandev. Babaz, top of the box. Long cross. Sakrizny passes the defender, holds it up, and he's dispossessed. Ball's bombed away. Bozanovsky should run it down. Gets it to Stamkov. To Davidovsky. Nice pass up to Jankelov. He feeds Pasevsky. Sakrizny breaks through, and he pushes it too far left. It was very wide. I think he rushed his shot. Bozanovsky heads it over to Jankelov. He gets it to Davidovsky. Sakrizny up to Pasevsky. Pasevsky back to Jankelov. Gets it to Davidovsky. Up to Jankelov on the right. He's marked closely. Davidovsky feeds Sakrizny, and he's fouled. Arifi held him back. Whoa, sorry. And Pasevsky, and it's blocked. Pansevsky blocked it. A very nice save by Pansevsky. And it goes in off the ensuing corner kick. Tasevsky gets his second goal of the season. So Pansevsky blocks the penalty attempt, and the ensuing corner, a boss sends it in. Jankelov hits it, and Jankelov gets a head on it. Tasevsky gets a head on it, goes in. And you need to make a sub here after this. A boss sends it again. Jankelov scores again. It was almost a repeat of the last one. We need to take off. Bring on Nevsky for Sakrizny. We could Stamkov off and bring on Markovsky. Mustafi bombs it forward. Manek can't get there. Stamkov gets the ball to Spasov. Stamkov bombs it down the field. Pasevsky, nice first touch, drops it off to Davidovsky. Tusha back to Pasevsky. He's got a bit of a gap, but he's not going to use it. Sakrizny. Pasevsky tries taking a shot. Bounces off a Renova player, goes out of bounds. Ensuing corner kick. No highlights. Here we go. Spasov. Bozanovsky. Davidovsky. Back to Bozanovsky. Jankelov. Bozanovsky. Davidovsky. To Pasevsky. To Nevsky. All the way back to Spasov. He gets it out to Markovsky. Over to Tasevsky on the left. One touches Pandev to a Boz. A Boz drops it off to Pandev. He gets it back to a Boz. Tasevsky. Inopportune time to sneeze. A Boz crosses it in. Pasevsky's there for his goal, his 22nd of the season. He has been a more than adequate replacement for Dimitrov. Yeah, you know what? We'll get Jankelov off. That'll be our last substitute of the game. That was an inopportune time for a sneeze. Sorry. Kurdy on the throw for Renova. Mena chests it down, gets it back to Kurdy. Karimovich to Nikolovsky. Oh, one of my former players. Babic can't get a handle on it. Aliu tries crossing it again. Mena, oh. That was a bit of bad luck. Babic missed the header. Aliu picked it up. It bounced off. Who did it bounce off? Can I click on it? It's not going to let me click. It bounced off Markovsky. and went right to Mena. Alyu sends it in. Kostov's there, but Spasov, a very nice save. Rolls out to Boznovsky, up to Davidovsky, over to Babic. He feeds Bosevsky. Bosevsky to Tusha. Tusha to Pandev. Wide open space and a weak shot. Pansevsky, no problem stopping that. 34 shots, 17 on target, and an XG of 4.49. 2 clear-cut chances, 62% possession. And we win. We beat Renova 5-2. Bozanovsky a goal. Jankelov a brace of goals. Tisevsky a goal. Boris Bosevsky a goal. And now comes the pivotal game of the season. We're playing Pobeda next. Save the game here real quick. Okay, so we've got Rabbit Nikki coming up. And then the key of the season is going to be the Ghent game here. So we're going to play Rabbit Nikki offline. That's right, I was looking for a fitness coach. Here. So we're going to play Rabbit Nikki offline and come back for Ghent. Going to be a bit of a long episode, but I think it'll be worth it. So back in just a bit. Well, the season kind of comes down to this. I guess I'm not being facetious about it. We need a successful European run to keep our money coming in. And although we're good financially, we got 20 million in the bank. We've only lost 40,000 this month. We've got 2 million in the transfer budget. We have a big payroll. I've still got 33,000 I can work with there. You can see how much the money has meant to us over the years as we've had some very successful runs. So we need a third place finish. And that means we have to beat Ghent today and get to 5 points. United has to beat up on Salzburg, or Salzburg can beat United. That's fine. And then in the last game of the season, when we play Salzburg, we need United to beat up on Ghent. It's possible. There's a mathematical chance. I don't know what's going to happen. Last time I expected something like that to happen, freaking Wolfsburg played their B squad and Kukarici went through 1-0. So, but we did beat Rabbit Nikki 5-0. Demi had a goal, Boz had a goal, and Nevesky a brace of goals. Todorov had a goal in the 92nd minute. That's after Rosso got sent off. So, but the only goal we scored after Rosso got sent off was the one in the 92nd minute. They really clamped down on us after that. So, the team we got today, we got Grosdanovsky in goal, Tisevsky, Bozanovsky, and Jankelov as the defensive back four. Pandev and Todorov as the midfielders. So Boz and Nevesky as the midfielders. Tusha and Demi up top as the strikers. That is not supposed to be correct. That's supposed to be Bosevsky up top as the striker. There we go. And then Demi on the right, like such. Okay. We're starting off balanced. We're starting off with a standard line of engagement. Usually I tend not to futz about during the games, but, in this case, playing how we usually play isn't going to suit us because Ghent is the better squad. And actually what I want to do is... we're looking at the latest scores here. Demi on the throw and gives the ball away. Bosevsky went inside. Demi passed it outside. Zur. Oh, gives the ball away to Bozanovsky. Todorov to Pandev. Pandev gives it back to Bozanovsky. Bozanovsky. He feeds a Boz. Boz to Pandev. Back to Bozanovsky. To Tisevsky. They're getting two. Tusha got through. And a nice save by Hubert. We're getting too fancy on the ball. Boz. Knocked away. Bozanovsky picks it up, gets it to Pandev, and George hair floating in front of my eye there. Jeez. Pelly throws it in. Karaka. To Boyangu. He feeds Puig. He gets it out to Nyangbo. Puig is there, but he goes wide left. We're going to bump this up to positive here, because we've stayed even with him on shots and on target. And we actually have a better XG. And we're actually doing well possession-wise. What are we looking at here? I want to be a little bit more disciplined. Out of possession, we're going to push that up. Pelly on the throw-in. Karaka to Kolban. Back to Pelly. Pelly sends it to Boyangu. He gets a Puig. Puig passes it up. Karaka. Oh, he is stopped. Oh, that's twice now. That is twice now. He has mishandled the ball. An easy, easy ball, and he's totally mishandled it. The defense got back in time. He absolutely muffed that. Bozanovsky, we get it back. My North Macedonian set-piece god. It's just what we needed, a Boz. Bozanovsky goes near post. As designed, thank you very much. United's absolutely bossing Salzburg. We need a win. We can't have a draw here. So it's 62 minutes in. We're going to make a couple of changes. We're going to get Bozanovsky off and bring on Stamkov. We're going to get a Boz off and bring on Nevevsky. I'm going to confirm the subs. We're also going to go on the attack. If we don't get anything by the 75th minute, we're going to go to the very attacking. I'm going to leave Todorov on. I'm going to leave Bozanovsky on. I'm going to leave Demi on. Kolban. Puig. Off the crossbar. Oh, if we draw, what do... Hubert. Puig heads it down. Tusha picks it up. Todorov to Demi. Demi back to Jankelov. Jankelov up to Basevsky. Basevsky crosses it. Nevevsky chests it down. Centers it. Tusha's there. We score. Holy cow, in the 91st minute. Oh, I thought that was a little bit too far. Oh, they pulled, both defenders came off, left Tusha wide open in front of the net. Oh, they got to be kicking themselves. I'd be kicking myself if that was my squad doing that. Oh, shoot. Right hand. Knocked away to Clerc. Sends it to Kolban. I went back to balanced. Delretin sends it in. Knocked away. Kolban. To Pelly on the left. Top of the box. Mercier. Stamkov heads it away. Goes right to De Clerc. He bumps it over. It's knocked away again by Stamkov. Rayton stops it from going out. Boyangu. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Mother. What does that mean for... I don't know what that means for the group. We're last. We need to beat Salzburg. Holy cow. Take a look at this here in just a minute. Now, Pandev is going to miss the next match. What does this mean for the group? We need to beat Salzburg is what we need. That is definitely going to be a task. Well, we're going to give it our best shot. We're going to be missing one of our better midfielders, but we'll get it done. We'll go back to the schedule here real quick. That's what we'll come back for. We'll come back for RB Salzburg, and then we got Pobeda right after that in the Cup quarterfinal. I'll probably record this here in about an hour or so. And the United game, I expected. I was just hoping to give them a run for their money. We held them to 3 in the first game. They got off to a fast start in the second game. We got 1 back, which in and of itself is an accomplishment. Beating Renova 5-2 was an absolute drubbing. You know, our offense has been doing really well against teams were allegedly good. Our offense has been doing really well, except in games I needed to do well. I can't blame that last one on a defensive mistake. I mean, we were doing everything we could to clear the ball away. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck, and we didn't get it. So, that said, if you did like what you see in Nerd, particularly in this longer episode, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM22. I thank you for watching.